with any teacher, you're always marked for your language and for your grammar and composition. So be careful, because first of all, what we are doing in the department is teaching you the language. So you have to have the language, study skills, whatever it is, study skills, composition, literature, linguistics. So these are just support for the language. But first of all, you have to have a good language. So be careful with your language. All teachers have a mark for the language. Okay, so be careful for that. And then, of course, you have information questions. That is, whether you have revised your courses or not. Okay, so that is about the mock exam we're going to have next Thursday. As for the final exam, we don't know yet, but things are going for the face-to-face. That is, maybe you will come to the faculty for the exam. We don't know yet, but things are going there. And so whether you come to the faculty or not, still my mock exam for my student is going to be counted. For the other teachers, they said, yes, we would like our students to take this mock exam, but I don't know whether they are going to count it or not. They are free to do whatever they want, but for my students, I'm going to count it. Okay? Now, before we go to the rest of the course, any questions here? When is the exam? The exam is going to be, the final exam at the faculty is going to be, I think, the 8th of February. That is at the end of the first week of February. That is, you're going to, maybe this is your last lesson, because you're going to be given a week to prepare the exam, which means that things are going to start by the end of January. Yes, Manal. Which exam could you tell? What exam are you talking about, Manal? The mock exam or the final exam? What is the next one? So the next one is the mock exam. The one online is the mock exam. And it's going, for my students at least, I'm going to count about at least half a mark of the final exam, if not all. Okay, so the mock exam for me, it's more important than the final exam in the faculty, because we have the choice. It is just like the what we call contrôle continu, that we have to give a mark and it's counted for the exam. So it's going to be the mock exam that you're going to do online, and depends if it is a good one. If it is a good one, I'll count only the mock exam. If it's so-so, maybe I'll count half the mark. Anyway, it's going to be counted as the final exam, as the final. It will go into the mark of the final exam. And I urge all my students, all of them, without exception, to do the mock exam. Yes, Madela, it doesn't matter if you don't talk. You just write your questions.
Teacher, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Can you please said what you can you please say what you've said, because I didn't intend it well. I had a problem in my microphone, so if you can just repeat what you said before. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I just repeat what I said, is that next week you're going to have, I'm going to open for you the mock exam on the platform. So you will have a test with multiple choices questions, and about 2 with true or false questions, and then you have 1 paragraph to write about something, and then you have another paragraph that is 2 paragraphs, but each one separate from the others, where you're going to write about something, just one paragraph, not much. Okay, so this will be the mock exam online, and then it's going to be counted for at least half the mark of the exam. Okay, because for me this is most important, the most important exam. And as said, for the final exam, maybe it's not really sure, but things are really going there. That is, they're trying to organize a final exam in the faculty. Okay, so if it's the case, you're going to have the final exam, but anyway, the final exam for my students is going to be counted for 50% of the mark, and the mock exam for 50, at least the mock exam is more important, 50% of the final mark. So I would like to do everything online, but maybe just to give chance for those who don't like to do things online to come to the faculty. But anyway, they have to do things online, because at least it's going to be counted for 50% of the mark. So you have to do it online. Okay? The student, Mr. who's that, Saddaq and Bilhaj, I don't know about them, but they want their students to take the mock exam. Now they are free to count it 50%, 20%, not counted at all. I don't know what they are going to do. They are free for their choice, but they want their students to take the mock exam. Because from now on, I think a lot of teachers are going to keep using the online courses. It's a good experience, especially for those students who couldn't come to the classroom, those who have problems moving, those who have problems, economic problems, health problems, people who work, I don't know, so many reasons why not to come to the classroom. So for those, it's a good thing. And then for everybody, it's going to be a revision. It's going to be a lot of things are very good about this platform. Okay.
Teacher.
Yes.
Which time we're gonna have the mock exam? Exactly.
I think the same time, so the students will not be lost.
You mean the Tuesday?
The mock exam. Yes. Next Thursday we saw. Yes.
Teacher.
Yes.
Is it for all groups, or just for group 1 or 2? Because, like, speaking of myself, I'm in group 2, and I have another teacher. So how could that happen? Are all of us going to pass the mock exam? I mean, I don't know.
Well, normally it's for all the teachers. Well, especially Mr. Msaddaq, especially for Mr. Msaddaq, because Mr. Bilhaj, I couldn't get in touch with him, but I know he would like his students to pass the exam. Now, if you have something else on that time, we can maybe organize another time.
Okay, I don't know if we're going to have something.
We can organize this on the weekend. Maybe you have nothing for the weekend. You don't have teachers with online courses on weekends, no? What do you prefer? Do you want to be during the week or at weekends?
I don't know. I think on the weekend we have spoken English on Saturday, I think. I think Thursday is way good.
Thursday, you can do it Thursday? We have just 4 sections. So other groups are also going to take this mock exam. Yes, all the groups are going to take the mock exam. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, Hajar, I think you just listen and then you will get it. Here's what I couldn't. So this is why we want you to do the exercises, because you're going to practice. And a lot of students, I receive a lot of homeworks. I really have an enormous list of homeworks. So I don't know, normally there's no problem, except that you have a problem from your side, or maybe you don't know how to use the platform. So ask your students, ask your classmates to help you. And as we are talking about the mock exam we're going to have on the platform, that is going to be counted for half the mark of the final exam. Yes.
Teacher.
Yes,
Teacher,
Mena.
I just want to ask you about the mock exam that we did it. The last.
We didn't do any mock exam.
No, that essay that you told us to do.
The essay, that was just
Last
my
time.
training. I was just given a training for the teachers, and I was just showing the teachers how to put in questions, or how to come up with a question about composition, and I just showing them that you put an answer like this, right, on that and that. So I just forgotten to delete it. It was not meant for you.
Okay, thank you, sis.
Okay. How to pass it in the platform? You just open it and you answer the questions, and then at the end you put validate or send or whatever you find. Anyway, even if you have problems, I think I have done that. Sorry, your work is going to be sent automatically, so don't bother. You just answer the questions you will find. Just open and answer the questions. That is all you have to do. Yes, and yes, I have organized it. I have timed it on 10:30 next Thursday, but now some of the students are asking that's maybe to change it, but I don't know. Someone has asked, I don't know, was it Hajar or who said that you have something else? Or maybe we organize a Thursday after 6, maybe.
Should we have a session with Madame Bouhiet?
When do you have a session? When do you have a session with Mrs. Bouhiet?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean on Thursday. On Thursday after 6. Is it good?
At the evening.
Yes. You take 1 hour from 6 to 7.
Okay, it's okay with it.
Is it okay for all the groups? Can you answer me? Thursday from 6 to 7.
Is it after 6 p.m.?
Yes. That is just to make sure that you don't have anything. Yes, for all the groups?
Till now, we have nothing on Tuesday, but we don't know what's gonna happen.
No, after 6, I don't think you have any courses after 6.
Yeah, we don't have anything.
So let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it Thursday, the same day, but we change only the hour. Yeah, it's appropriate. I think we have nothing. Okay. Huh? Après. Sorry, I'm just asking about a question. Okay, I have a suggestion here from someone, and it's I'm going to ask you, or can you give me 5 minutes, and then I send un sondage for, so I say it in French, I don't know what we call it in English, to ask the students. So can you give me 5 minutes? Okay?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes. Back again, here I am. So you have something that I've written on the blackboard. Here, mock exam on Thursday from 6:30 to 7:30. Yes or no? If you are okay, yes. If you do not agree, you just click on no. So you have a few minutes, a few seconds, and we'll see. Go on. I want everybody to give his answer. Still 4 people to answer. So I have 38 students from 40 who have answered. I still need 2 votes. Maybe they are not there. They are connected, but they are not present. Okay, I'll stop this. And I'll give you the results. So as you can see, I have 32 students who said yes and 9 students who said no. So I wonder, for those who said no, what is the reason? No, these are the ones. So Abdurrahman, Aya, Shayma, Rizlan, Hind, Layla, Mohammed Rashid, Safa, and Selma. What is the reason? Why does it bother you, this timing? What do you propose? Do you suggest something else? Sabir? Aya? Anyway, I'll stop this and go back. Yes?
Teacher, I will have work Tuesday from next Tuesday.
You will have work?
Yes. Okay.
It's only 1 hour. You cannot make it just for 1 hour. And if you're quick, you can make it for 30 minutes. It's not a very long exam.
Okay, okay, teacher.
Okay, try to make it because it seems that this timing is the best for everybody. So we have 76%, which is enormous. So I think I'll keep this timing because if I go to change it to Thursday, Thursday from 10:30, I think it's not going to work for everybody. I can try it, but I'm sure that those with Mrs. Bouayyad will have a problem. So that's a big group. Again, it's not 76%. So I keep this timing, and for those who have problems, try. It's not a very long exam. It's a 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes. It's a 15 minutes exam, and you can do it. Sarah, I'll turn on my. And you can do it in, well, I won't say 10 minutes, but in 15 minutes you can do it. Up to 30 minutes, it's okay. I just give 1 hour just for people who need to, and I think for those who have a problem for typing, because you will need to type the 2 paragraphs. Not a very long paragraph, just a short one where you have to give some tips or something about one of the subjects we have in the course. Okay, so now
Teacher,
yes.
one last question. All the session in the exam, right?
Yeah, of course, we do not have much. We do not have much. So you have to know about the workplace, where to work, how to work, when to work. So these are very important for a student. You have to know how to take notes. As we have seen last time, note taking is something that is crucial. So you have to know it. We're not going to jump it. Then we have time management, which is, again, very important, not only for the students, but for everybody in this world. Very important. We cannot jump it. And then for the students, you have how to listen. The students who learn the language, you have to know how to listen, how to speak, how to read, how to write. We don't have writing. I don't have writing. So I'm not going to ask you about this, but maybe other teachers in the final exam will ask you about writing. I don't have it in my page, so I'm not going to ask you about how to write. As I said, I think because you have already a course about how to write a paragraph and how to write sentences and topic sentences and all this stuff.
Sure.
So I'm not going to repeat this. Yes. Yes, Mohammed. Okay, you have something to say?
Teacher,
Yes.
we work the exam at the NT.
Yeah, of course, in the platform, in Moodle. It is the place where you have the courses, where you have the homework. So the exam is just like a homework. You will have, when you open your study skill course, you will find, I'll close everything. So you will find only the mock exam. That's all. You will not find all the courses. They will be closed. I close them. And I'll open simply the mock exam. You click on it, and you do the same thing as you do with the exercises and homework. Right?
Teacher,
Mm-hmm.
we write the answers directly at the platform, or write it
Yes.
at the paper
Yes.
and take picture.
No. I hate those pictures because I don't see them. They are not visible. And again, even when you have the paper in hand, sometimes we do not make out the handwriting of the person. So when you have difficulties in reading handwritings and then given photos like this, or put them in the platform like this, or on the computer, it becomes very, very difficult. So I prefer that you type the answers. So you have three kinds of questions. So you have the multiple choice, where you have only to click on the answer. So you're not going to write anything. You click on the correct answer. You have a question, And then you have 4, 5, 3 choices, and you choose which is the correct answer. So this one is easy. You have about 3 or 4, I don't remember, questions like this. And then you have, I think, about 2 questions where you have to choose whether the suggestion I give you, the sentence I give you, true or false. So you just read the sentence and you click on correct or wrong. Okay? So so you're not going to write anything. And then, of course, where you are going to write, you have 2 paragraphs on writing. And this is because of the language. Yes.
You sent the exam at the NT?
Yes, in the Moodle platform. Yes. It is the place where you have the courses.
Teacher.
Yes.
We have a problem when...
I thought that we are not using Moodle platform anymore.
What is it?
Moodle platform that Boyed said we don't use it anymore.
I don't know what Boyed is sending, but Moodle is this one where we are working now. We are working on Moodle. It's not the Moodle that you have in the platform which of the university where it is written Moodle. It's the other one, which is IH something 2C or whatever, but it is a new version of Moodle, but it is not named Moodle, but it is Moodle. It is this platform where we are working now. It is here where you are now.
Oh.
It is part of ENT. Okay.
Teacher?
Yes.
We have a problem to find the exam at the NT.
Why?
Can you send the link?
Now you don't have the exam. Now you don't have it. You're not going to find it because it's not there.
I know, just a mock exam, but
yes,
we must be now the method to find it.
It's when you enter. Yes.
Teacher, the last time one.
Yes, Manal.
Work. It needs an app.
Sorry, can you repeat, Manal? Can you repeat? Hajar, can you close your mic and then you come once Manal is finished, you can take over. Yes, Manal.
Teacher, last time I want to open it, but it doesn't work.
What is
needs
it?
An application. The mock exam.
No,
it needs an application.
No, it doesn't need anything. I did it on purpose. You cannot open it because if you open it, it's finished. It's no more exam.
Okay.
On purpose, you can't open it because it's done on purpose. But afterwards, I'll make it in case that you can open it. It will be possible that you open it, of course, on due time. Okay. You will open it only at 6:30. At 6:29, you will not be able to open it. Okay. You will have to wait until 6:30, and then you will be able to open it.
Thank you, teacher.
Yes. Now, Hajar, do you have something to say?
Teacher, concerning Najma, she told you that she cannot find it. She can only go to calendrier and check the day of the exam. Then she will find it there, and click on it directly. She will find it.
Well, you can do it maybe this way. I don't know. You can do it maybe this way, but you just enter the page. You just. Sorry.
Yeah, we enter to the page of.
Yes, that's all. That's all that you have to do. Do not go to different places. Just go to the page.
If she cannot find it, she may use the solution I gave her.
Yeah, but the solution is in the page.
No, because if there is something planning on the day, you can find it on calendrier.
Yeah, but you go into Moodle. You go into the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are in the platform.
Yeah, but not necessarily your.
Yeah, maybe if she finds it there, it's okay. But normally, it's on the page. Once you go into Moodle, then you open the course and you find it. It's very easy. There's nothing difficult about this. And normally, you have different ways to achieve something. In most cases, you have different ways, by this way or that way. But the easiest is the one on the platform, on the page. Okay, so finish with all the exam. So Thursday, 6:30, I have to mark this down so I won't forget it. Piece of paper. Okay, Thursday, just to mark this down. Thursday. Thursday, it's going to be. Mm, 6:30. That's gonna be 6:30. And no. Mm. Okay, so I've organized things. So it's you can go to calendrier, you will find it. Can you check? It's on the 28th, from 6:30 to 7:30, I think. Can you check? Go to calendar and you find it normally.
I don't find it.
You don't find it.
Yes.
You see it? Yeah.
Me too, teacher. I didn't find it.
Ah, you don't find it. Okay, I'll check again. So give me a few seconds.
Hello, my friends. It is
Okay. Right. So everything is correct, yes. So it is on Thursday, the 28th, from 6:30 to 7:30. Okay? Which means that if you enter the exam on, let's say, 7 o'clock, you will have 1 hour, because at 7:30 it's going to be closed. You will not be able to write anything. So be careful. Okay?
Teacher,
Yes.
teacher, which hour you say it will be closed?
7:30. You have 1 hour.
Okay, thanks.
Normally, it's just a 15 to 30 minutes exam. I just given 1 hour, but it's less than that. To write 2 paragraphs. To write 2 paragraphs, how much time do you need? If you have the information in mind, you will need only 5-10 minutes, maybe, let's say up to 15 minutes, not more. But I have given 1 hour. Right? So all these things that you have on the page are going to be closed. You will not find them. The only thing you will find is the mock exam. So I urge all the students to do the mock exams. For my students, I'm going to count it. For those who don't do the mock exam, it means that they have never been to the platform. They have never taken the courses. So these are not students, so they will not get their mark. And I cannot open it again because normally the students have seen the questions, so I cannot give him or her, for those who haven't done the test, I cannot give him another exam because I have to create another exam. So I cannot create a new exam for everyone. So it's not possible. So either you be there for the mock exam or it's finished. Okay. Now, if there are no more questions, let me see a little bit what you have written there. Okay, I close this first. And then, okay.
Teacher, can I ask you?
Sure.
This exam concern all the group or just
all
your
the groups? All the groups, all the groups. The only difference is that I'll count the mock exam for about 50% of the mark, of the final mark. For the other groups, I don't know how they're going to count it.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
I think they're going to do the same thing, but they're free to do whatever they want. But they want their students to take the mock exam. Okay?
Excuse me, teacher. Please, may I
Yes.
ask the question?
Yes.
For the mock exam, we are gonna just write simple paragraphs, not an essay.
No, it's written, write a paragraph explaining something. It's just a paragraph.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
But
And
not a
also,
small paragraph, not a 2, 3, 4, or not bullet points. I want language, because the objective here is to give a mark for the language. That's why I said be careful with the language, and the writing is very important. The writing is very important because the language is important. So everything we are doing in study skills is to achieve what? Is to achieve language. So the final thing that you have to have is language. So it is going to be marked. In these 2 paragraphs, it is the language. But of course, it is also the information. It's not only language.
Okay.
So also the information. If you have an excellent language and you don't give me anything.
عندها شي حاجة كتعلم شي حاجة ما عرفوش كيفاش غادي يكون. دابا كنشوف بنادم جالس كيصور فيها غير كيفاش كيتحل داكشي. واش نكتبو دي باراغراف ولا شي دابا قالت لهم قالت ليه غتكتب لي باراغراف طويل على كل شي حاجة. هذا سؤال.
Teacher, thank you because you gave us 1 whole hour. I think it's gonna be very helpful in this exam because writing needs really to revise again and again. Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, welcome, Salma. And it's a secret. It's not a secret, but students do not know it. As I told you, every teacher gives a big importance to language. Whatever course it is, the language is marked. So a lot of students think that if they give the information or the exact information, they should have a very high mark. No. If you have language, you lose marks. If you have bad punctuation, you lose marks. If you have bad grammar, you lose marks. So be careful with your language and the information as well. Whatever course you have to have the knowledge of the course, but you have to have also the language. So a lot of students do not know this. They think that if I ask you what is the what is the meaning of what do you think about time management, or do you, for example, do you work with time, managing your time with a schedule or whatever? Write about your experience, and you start writing about time management, giving me the definition and everything, and you think that it's good, that you know what is a time management, and you give me the explanation and everything, and you think it's right. It was the question is easy, and you think that you're going to get the highest mark. But if your language is bad, you will not get a passing mark. So be careful.
Okay, teacher, thank you for this advice. I'm gonna use it well.
Yeah, please do. Okay. Yes, now. Let's see, what do I have here? The platform. What is that? Yasmin here, what do you mean by QCM? It is multiple choice. That is, you have a question and you have multiple choice where you have to choose one choice, one answer. You have A, B, or C. So you choose one. That is what we mean by QCM. Yeah, multiple choice question. Yes, Abdurrahman, that's it. Check the correct answer. Yes. I'm just looking at your questions here. And finding the calendar. No, it's there. All the lessons are going to be in the mock exam. It's a sort of a final exam. Okay, that's it. We'll post the exam. I'll post the exam on, this is for Rida. I will post the exam only on Thursday at 6:30. As I said, if you come in at 6:29, you will not find the exam. You have to wait until 6:30. Okay.
Teacher.
Yes.
Do we gonna have another session there too?
If you need something, we can get together. We can meet together if you need something. We still have what before the mock exam? Well, the mock exam is next Thursday, so we're not going to have a session at least. But if you want me, if I have to ask questions, just write them in the message. I don't know whether you will need me more than this. Okay, because next session is the 28th. And then after the 28th, you have no more courses. It's the blocking week where you have to go and prepare your final exam. And in the 8th, I think, of February, I mean, at the end of the first week of February, you will have the final exams in the faculty. They are scheduled for the 8th, if everything goes as they want. We're not sure about anything. Yeah, you will send the exam in the NT in the platform. Okay, now we go to, so time management. We have said for time management, what is the most important thing about time management? That you manage all your time. You manage all the time of the day. That is, in each time, you have to have something in that schedule. You start with going to the faculty, or you start by revising something, whatever you're going to do. It's there, it should be written down. And then between the different tasks, you have to write down the time for rest. Take a 15 minutes, 10 minutes, up to 30 minutes, not more, to rest. But never, as I had my student doing, starting their schedule with a rest. That is, they wake up in the morning, So they write in their schedule, let's say 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, breakfast. They take breakfast, let's say at 8 o'clock, and then they take 1 hour breakfast, which is very long. That's too much. Okay, let's say that's okay. And then after 1 hour, what did they write? Rest. You have done nothing to take a rest. So you start by work, and you never start with a rest. So you start by doing something. Either you go to the faculty, or you have courses. So you're going to have the first course, which is study skills, and then another course, which is paragraph writing, and then afterwards you will have 30 minutes or 1 hour if you live in Casablanca, travel to go home. So that's time for travel. And then again, if you are in the bus or something, that's time to read again. You can read your novels. The teachers ask you to read. And then arriving home, of course, you are not going to start with, I should not see this in your management, in your schedule. You should never start with a work because you are tired and you can do nothing when you are tired. Once you arrive home, you're going to take a nap or something to eat, have a little rest, and then you start with doing something in your schedule. It should look like this: faculty time, and then travel time. Maybe you're going to read there, and then arriving home, there should be lunch or a small nap or something. There should be a rest. You cannot work after that. So you take just a 30 minutes, 15 minutes, depends from one person to another. And then afterwards, I should see some work there. And normally, once you go home, the thing that I'm going to find in your schedules, that is what the things that you have done in that day at the faculty. That is, if you have done that day study skills, and then when you go home, you're going to revise. What are you going to revise in study skills? You're going to revise the things you have seen in the classroom. Okay? So the things you have seen in the classroom that day, you have to revise them the same day, because you have taken, remember, note taken. It is something that you not take in full. There will be a lot of gaps. There will be just words, just keywords. If you do not work the same day, you're going to forget everything. So the same day, you're going to take your notes and you're going to write your lesson, revise it, and write full sentences, write a full lesson that you're going to need in the exam. So the courses you have done in the faculty during the day, or the courses that you're going to revise at the evening or afternoon. And then afterwards, you're going to revise what the things that you're going to have in the schedule are things that you're going to see the next day. Next day, you're going to have grammar. Of course, either the day before, either you'll do your exercises on grammar or at least a revision, but the grammar should be there the day before the exam in the schedule. So the next day, we will see at the faculty, you will have grammar, for example, that you have revised the previous day. And then the evening, you're going to have a revision of the grammar. So which means that a course that you have, let's say, on Tuesday at the faculty, it's going to figure in your timetable on Monday before going to the course, and it's going to figure in your schedule the same day where you're going to revise the course when it is fresh in your mind. Because if you stay until the next week, you're going to forget everything. So things should stay fresh in your mind. So these are the things that you have to do in the schedule. So remember, first thing in the schedule, I want to see, if I ask you in a mock exam to give me an example of your schedule. So you give me an example of your schedule, and in the schedule, I should have, you start with work before the rest. And between two tasks, you have to have a rest, not a very long one. Give time to, after the courses, give time to see your friends, but not a whole afternoon to see your friends. 1 hour maybe to meet with your friends and come back, or maybe you leave friends until the weekend, or maybe during the week if you're going to work in groups, yes. Then in this case, you're going to see friends and you're going to work in groups. set a start and finish point to every task. Yes, of course, that is what we mean by a schedule. So a starting point, that is, you're going to start your work at 2:30. You're going to finish at, let's say, you're going to take 1 hour revision for study skills, 2:30 to 3:30. After 3:30, you're going to have a small time for rest. And then afterwards, you're going to go to another task, paragraph writing, studies, spoken English, whatever you have. You go to the second course, which is what it is only the course you have done during the day. So so any course you have you have taken in the day, during the day in the faculty, should figure twice in your schedule. The course you take in the faculty and the revision of the same course at home, revising your notes and fulfilling your lesson, writing down whole sentences, trying to remember things from the course. It is the only time where you can remember things from the course. Okay, and then after that day, so you have the courses of the faculty, you have the revision of the courses in the faculty, and then you have the revision of the courses you're going to have the next day. Okay, and the next day it's going to be the same thing. The courses you have in the faculty, you revise them afterwards. Okay, and then you revise the courses that you're going to do the day after. So this is a weekly time management. And then you have what we call a to-do list. Okay, a to-do list is each day, for example, after the faculty, you have done study skills at the faculty, you have done spoken English, you come home, so you're going to revise what? You're going to revise study skills and fill in the blanks, fill in the gaps, finish your lesson, write down your neat lesson, then go to spoken English, write everything down in a neat paper, in a neat notebook, and then revise the things that are going to come afterwards. Okay? And then in the to-do list, it's going to be what? In the afternoon, where you're going to revise the lesson that you have done in the faculty. In the to-do list, you come and you say, well, what am I going to do? At the study skills, I have a homework that I have to do on the platform. Write homework on platform. Then revise my notes, rewrite my notes. That's the second thing. Then maybe you have in spoken English, you have homework, or you don't have a homework, but you have to revise anyway your lesson. So revise the lesson we have seen with this is Wayad or whatever teacher. With your teacher, you revise, or sometimes you have a very huge homework to do, like in my platform, you have so many homeworks to do. So you write in this to-do list, you take, for example, 1 hour where you're going to try to do as many homeworks as you can. So this is a to-do list of the day, and each time you do something, you tick the thing or the tasks you have done, or you cross it, and that is a to-do list of the things you're going to do the same day. So we have a weekly schedule, and you have a daily schedule, what we call a daily list or a to-do list. So these are the two things that you have to be used to work with. Okay, so this is about time management, and you have to really practice using it. Yeah, diffuse a default. See, yes, we should take practice before to work with focus and mode diffuse. Miss, can you send us example, please? The example, I don't know what example. It's just a paragraph to write. It can be any question. It's just like when after the video I ask you to give a summary of the video. It's just like that. It can be any question. A paragraph to write, an answer, a question that you have to answer. That's it. And for the multiple choice, it's just, again, it is one answer. You have plenty in the net where you can have multiple choice. You have plenty of things that you can practice using. Yes?
Teacher, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
It's not about the course. I just want to ask you when we're going to attend the presential courses.
It's finished now. We have no more presential courses. It's finished. The only thing left is the exam. Maybe they are trying. So this one is a political problem. It's from the government. It's not up to us. So if the government says go, we will go. If he says no, we will go to online exam.
Okay, teacher.
So we don't know. They are preparing everything, and then we are waiting for the decision.
Thank you.
Okay, be ready for anything. Okay, be ready for anything. The mock exam is online, and then the final exam, if it's in the faculty, you will do it and come to the faculty. If it's online, I'm going to prepare another one or online, or maybe we will send it to the faculty, and the faculty is going to take care about giving you the exam. So be ready for anything. Okay, so we go back to time management. So time management is, so you have plenty of videos there that you can look, try to do. Here you have best time management tips ever. And it says, give a short summary of the video and state the main points along with a short explanation. So in the exam, if I ask you, for example, to give a summary like this one of the video, or I can ask you, give an explanation about what is time management. So you're going to give me time management, you're going to write the definition, you're going to write sentences. Do not go and give me only bullet points. No, because I want the sentences, I want the language. Information, yes, it is valuable, I do need it, but what I need more is these sentences. So you can give me bullet points, but then afterwards you have to explain the points, the main points. Just give a short summary here. It says, give a short summary of the video, and then it says state the main points along. So I changed here because when I say state the main points, students send me homework, which is, it's a good thing because they are sending me, but unfortunately they send me only 2 words here and 2 words there. So I cannot judge the language like that. So the language is inexistent, which means 0 for the language. I do not have a language. Okay, so be careful. You have to write a paragraph. Okay, so the paragraph, I think that you have been doing paragraphs, yes? Paragraph writing with your teachers. I don't know who are your teachers of paragraph writing, but I suppose that they are teaching you how to write topic sentences, yes?
Teacher, we have worked on descriptive and narrative paragraph with the teacher of paragraph writing.
Who is that?
Teacher B.
And Tawi.
And both are given descriptive and narrative?
No, I just have assisted to the course of one teacher who is Abdelaziz Qasbi, and he gave us.
So normally you have paragraph writing, you do not have essay writing. The course is named paragraph writing, yes?
Yes, teacher.
So normally you should write only paragraphs, and you should be given how to write a paragraph, which means that you write a paragraph by giving first the topic sentence, which is a sort of a summary or a title of the whole paragraph. You should practice writing a paragraph. Narrative and descriptives is for the next semester. Sometimes here we go into problems. Anyway, so in S2 we will be given narrative and descriptive. But in S1 it is only paragraph writing, where you should know and learn how to write a paragraph. And to write a paragraph, you have to give a topic sentence, which is a sort of you give the title. It's a sort of a title. It's wrong to say a title. A sort of a title. So the sentence you start with is going to englobe all the ideas that you're going to write in your paragraph. So each sentence in the paragraph is going to explain a little bit of that topic sentence. Each sentence should have something to do with that topic sentence. Each sentence in the paragraph should be explaining something that you have in the topic sentence, which is again one of the, it's like a topic sentence. So this, you're going to talk about three things. So the topics, yeah, let me finish him now. So the topic sentence should contain the three ideas. If you have three main ideas in something that you're going to talk about, the topic sentence should contain the three words that go to the main ideas, and then the other sentences are going, each sentence or two or three is going to explain one word of that topic sentence. Yes, now, Yemna.
Yes, yes, teacher, sorry. Mr. Qasbi told us that we will have on the exam the descriptive and narrative paragraph on the first session.
You have to, yeah, you have to follow your teacher. Anyway, in semester 2, you will do descriptive and narrative.
Yeah, he is not my teacher for paragraph writing, but I'm obliged to be present in his video conference because my teacher didn't do the same. So I'm from group 1, and I assist to videos of other groups.
So you have to follow your teacher because it is your teacher who is going to correct. It's good. Yes, it's good to attend other teachers' courses. That's always very, very good. But you have to follow the teacher who will be correcting your copy. See what your teacher is asking from you.
Yes, I know, but they don't do any video online.
It doesn't matter. They send you courses.
Yes, of course. Yes.
So follow the courses.
Yes, I have all courses. I have all courses of them. Yes.
Yeah. So first follow the courses they send.
Of course.
See what they want. So they're going to ask you about the courses they send, and they are not going to ask you about something else. So you have in paragraph writing, you have Will, you have Qasbi, who else? Who is the third teacher?
I don't know the other one. I don't know him.
Can somebody else answer? Who is the third teacher? I'm sure that I have someone here who has someone else which is not Qasbi or Will. Who is the third teacher? I don't know. مصدق.
Sorry, teacher, it's Musaddaq.
Yes, I see. And what is Musaddaq asking from you?
And he's my teacher.
And he's asking you about a paragraph writing. He's doing paragraph writing. So the course, the name of the course is paragraph writing. That is, you have to know how to write the paragraph. And as
yes, paragraph writing. Yes, teacher, paragraph writing.
Yes, and as here Sumaya said, she said we just learned how to write a narrative and descriptive paragraph. So if it is a paragraph, so that's it. So maybe he's going to give you a paragraph about descriptive and narrative, because in S2 you will be writing descriptive and narrative essays. What is the difference between an essay and a paragraph? A paragraph is a paragraph. You just don't jump a line. It is one block of writing. You start with indentation, capital letter, and you write until we finish with a full stop. Of course, you have full stops in the paragraph, but then when you go to another line, you jump the line, it's a new paragraph. And in each paragraph, what is important that you have to know, that you have to have a topic sentence. So I advise you, in your writing, try to practice finding topic sentences. It's the most important thing in a paragraph, is to come up with a topic sentence. Go to the net, write topic sentence. You will have tons of information about topic sentences. Try to practice exercises on the net. Try to find examples of topic sentences. You have plenty of things on the net, more, 100 millions of times more than your teacher can give you. So go and practice yourself by how to use a topic sentence and how to develop the topic sentence into minor or other explanative sentences. So this is what we ask you in the exam, and this is what you will be doing in all your writings all your life. So you start by a paragraph, and next semester you will have an essay. And what is an essay? It is simply a number of paragraphs. If you know how to write a paragraph, you know how to write an essay. So in essay writing in S2, you will have descriptive and narrative. And here, of course, for example, I have this course, and what I teach my students especially, I do not teach them paragraph because I suppose, and I think that they have already done that, and I'm not going to go into how to write a paragraph. I go to how to write an essay. And an essay that we do in academic studies is an essay of 5 paragraphs. It is a 5-paragraph essay where we start with an introduction and then 3 body paragraphs. These are the body paragraphs that you are doing with your teachers. And then we finish with a concluding paragraph. So for me, next semester, I'll be working especially on how to write an introductory paragraph, because this is different from a normal paragraph you're doing now with your teachers, and maybe how to write a concluding paragraph, which is a bit different from the body paragraph. But you doing now with your teachers is just how to write one of the body paragraphs of the essay. Okay. So revise your topic sentences. So in my paragraph, of course, it's a paragraph. I'm not really going to judge about topic sentence because it's not real. I'm going to judge about the writing. So the topic sentences and explanation sentences are only topic sentences explanative, or only for the paragraph writing or essay writing. For me, I have to have, if you give me a topic sentences with that, that's good, that's perfect. But if you give me, for example, let's say I ask you for a paragraph and then you write, you do not give a topic sentence, but you write, it is a topic sentence. You write a sort of a title. If you are, let's talk about time management, and you say that in time management, we can have a monthly schedule, you can have a yearly schedule, you can have so many. But what interests us in this course or as students is the weekly and the daily. So in the paragraph, in the exam, you're going to write in the time management, you're going to give me, yeah, in time management, in time management, we have 2 kinds of schedules. And you go to the line, the first one is the weekly schedule, colon, and then you explain. Okay, so weekly schedule is not a topic sentence because it's simply not a sentence. But anyway, I can accept it as long as you have an explanation in sentences at the end. You have the weekly schedule. So, and you're right, the weekly schedule is the schedule where you organize all the tasks you have during the week, where that is going to the faculty and things that you have in the classroom at home. And then between each task you have a rest. The rest should be within the inserted in the schedule, and you have to start with the work and then go to rest after. So you write an explanation and then you go to another line and you say the daily schedule or the to-do list. And this one is a different because it doesn't treat all the week, and it treats only the task you have to do during the day. And each time you have a list of the things that you have to do, and each time you finish, you tick the date or cross it. This is an explanation, and that's all. It's a sort of a bit of 2 small paragraphs, but it's still the same paragraph. And you have no more than 40 lines to write there. So try to be careful. Okay. Now, so that's about time management, the most important things to know. And you have other things that you go to videos, you have plenty of videos. You have a, do you see my screen?
Teacher, we see
Yes.
it, but
Yes.
it's not moving.
Yeah, it's
It's
only
not
when I'm,
moving.
now what do you see? Do
We
you
just
see?
see the announcement you did, the mock exam on Tuesday from 6:30.
It's not moving.
It's not moving.
Okay.
Teacher,
Now you see it?
yeah, we can see it. Teacher, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you suggest any book that can sharpen our performance and study skills as modules that can just let us to have further like knowledge about this module?
About study skills?
Yeah, if you have any books that can help us.
The books?
Yeah.
Oh, there are plenty of books, but you don't have to buy books. You go to the net and you have tons of information about study skills.
Okay.
Tons. So these things that I have in my page are taken from the net.
Yeah, I can see.
The videos are taken from the net, and I just pick the ones that I see are convenient for you. As for the language, as in for information, but in the net, be careful. You have in study skills, for example, if you go to time management, that's why I try to put as many videos as I can for time management, because if you go yourself to the net, you will be lost, because in the net, you have time management for business people, you have time management for researchers, for teachers, but for you, you need what is a student. So you're going to waste a lot of time choosing, listening to the video, and then only at the end, maybe you will be aware that it's not for you. It will be interesting, of course, everything is interesting, but you do not have much time to go and see how business people work. It will be maybe for after. That's why I try to choose the ones that are good for students, and I put them in my page. Okay, for time management, there are plenty. So I have picked some of the things from the net that, if you can see it now, do you see generate your own timetable?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay, so have you opened the generate your own timetable? Someone has opened it? Are you still with me?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Okay, so here in the net, you have so many things. This is just one of them. There are so many generators, time management, timetable generators that you can open and you fill in. You just download them and you fill in. them. They are not necessary. You can draw your own, as we have always done here. But if you want, you can generate your own timetables like this, and you can have plenty of information. So you have here a weekly planner that I don't know if you want to use it. So this here, tips of time management, and you have a daily planner. So what we are interested in is the weekly planner and the daily planner. Okay, so these are the most important for us as students. And then I advise you, if you find a video or something that is important in the net, and you think that it is interesting for the students and it is valuable, then you please go to the forum and post it there. In the forum, I have seen only one person who has been to the forum. You haven't gone to the forum. The forum is very important. You can chat with, not chat, but you can leave messages and you can exchange information there. Whatever you find necessary, important, you think interesting, you put it in the forum. Please go there. And maybe it's a good thing because I don't know if I'm going to do it now, but afterwards I will be marking your participation in the forum. Again, get used to it. Right? So that was for time management. Yes, Hajar, I think that you are the only one who has opened it. And then I go to effective listening. What are we? So effective listening, just look at these. So listening and speaking are the key points for knowing any language. So go and see this. I'm not going to go into the details because we do not have much time. And then we have how many videos do I have here? Yes, number 11, number 12, 13. And send your homework here. Give a summary of the videos above. Please write and give a summary of these. These are not very difficult. They are not very long. And then we have effective speaking, which is a bit the same thing. Speaking and listening, normally they go together. Okay, so again, you have homework. And then what I want to go here, maybe, because this one is a bit difficult, well, not difficult, but it is important, or effective reading. So what do we mean by effective reading? So in effective reading, most of the time students are always given things to read. Okay, things to read in the classroom. You're given novels, you're given poetry, short stories, a lot of things, or maybe sometimes articles to read. Okay, so sometimes you just take a book, you start the beginning of the book, you find it difficult, you find it not attractive at all, and you are just bored, you throw it away, and it becomes sometimes it is really difficult. So, and then it makes it difficult for you to read because the language in the book is maybe difficult. So what do you do? How do you read? The way you read a book, you never take a book. Never, ever. Even now I do it. You never take a book and you open the first page and you start reading. You never do it like that. You have to be with the book. You have to understand the book. You have to look at the back of the book. Do I have a book over here? No, so yeah, there's one. Okay. You take a book like this. You never open the first page and you start reading. You never do this. So what you do is you take the book, you look at the pictures, okay, look what's written there. Is there a picture? What is the title? Try to understand beforehand what it is talking about. Look at the end of the book, read what is written here. Try to emerge in the thought of the author, okay, try to understand who is the author, what is the summary, what is he talking about. Look at the pictures, okay, if there are any. Most of the times, look, there are no pictures. but sometimes you have diagrams, you have photos, you have pictures, you have a lot of illustrations, and then look at the table of content, so you have an idea about what the book. Sometimes the a table of content is in the beginning for the English-speaking countries, and sometimes you have it at the end for other countries. So this is a French one. They have it at the end, but in English, we put it at the beginning. Try to find the content table, read the content table, see what they talk, the global idea, what is the subject about, what is the things talking about, and then only you go back, you start reading the book. And this playing with the book, to play with it, to put it around, to just see a little bit, whatever. Some people would smell it, but this is exaggerated. Okay, so try to understand the overall idea. Only then you have some idea about the book. It becomes a lot easier to take and to read the book. So this is just for any reading. You start by this. But of course, sometimes you have articles. That's the article. Okay, you see it in a very skimmy way, and then of course only after. You always have to have an idea about what you're going to read before starting to read. So this is very, very important. And then you have some tips in the videos, how to take notes from the book, how to different ways to read the books. Either you take the vocabulary and write each vocabulary, or maybe read first and then afterwards see only the words that repeat themselves again and again are the words that you're going to look up at the dictionary. Some people would look at the dictionary very easily. They find it easy, so they can take as many vocabulary and write the explanation down in a notebook or flashcards or whatever. Or if you find it difficult to look at the dictionary and look up words and explanations, maybe you take only the words you see that they are repeating themselves again and again. So different ways of reading, different ways of taking notes. This is what we call active reading. So you're active. You're not only reading for the story, but you're reading to study. So that is active reading. Okay, you have effective reading and note taking. What do we mean by active reading? So there is a question that you have to answer. What do we mean by active reading? Okay, and that's it for reading. We go to procrastination. So the first video was about how to start working. We already have how to get rid of this monster already at the beginning of the year, of the semester. Okay, so what else? So here in this homework, you will have to go back, look at the instruction of the homework. In this homework, you will have to go back to the first video in this course and answer the question at the end of the video. So the question about procrastination, you have it in the first video. And then according to video number 19, what are the 3 steps to avoid procrastination? I have had a number of answers coming in of homeworks that I have a big list of students answering this question, which is a good thing. I like it. And then plagiarism, which is the last thing. And plagiarism it is very important for you because you're going to use it all your life. And especially when you come to S6, where you're going to write your monograph. So students at S6 have a lot of problem trying to come up with their own language. So in nearly all our work given by the student, we find a lot of plagiarism. And it's easy to see from the point of view of the teacher. So try to avoid it as much as you can. And here you can see some of the tips. And in the net, you have a lot of tips that you can go again to the net and find plenty of things about how to avoid plagiarism. And good luck. Okay, so before I leave, any questions before I leave?
Teacher, can I ask you a question, please?
Yes.
Are all the groups obligated to send you the homeworks, or only your group?
No, all the groups. All the groups.
So we're gonna be graded for them?
Yes. Yes, for my group, they'll get a 50% of the final group, of the final mark, I mean, of the final exam mark. For the other groups, I don't know, it depends on their teacher, because they want their students to do the exam, but I don't know how they're going to mark. Are they going to give 50%? I think that they are going to give 50%, but I'm not sure. Or they're going to give only 20% or 70%, I don't know.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
So the questions are going to be marked automatically from the platform. What the teachers, or we are going to mark only the paragraphs for the language. So, but everything is going to be marked anyway. It just depends on the teacher how much mark or percentage he's going to give to the mark exam. But everybody is going to do it, and if everybody at the same time.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry. Teacher, when we want to summarize like videos, like give a summary of the video about, have we? I mean, we have to paraphrase the information. Of course, when we want to write the summary, we have to include the information that we heard in the video. But those information have to be paraphrased, or just we take them the way they were.
No, they have to be paraphrased. If I'm judging your language, it should be your language.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Teacher, can we send you?
Yes. Yes, Hajar.
Okay. Teacher, what does this percentages mean? Because when I send you the exercises and I finish all my works on ENT concerning your course, they give me a percentages here. It's 35%. What does this mean?
I think it is the percentage of the work done from all the work that is in the page.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions before I leave?
Teacher, can we send you some paragraphs if we write them to correct them?
You can send me, but to give them back to you, it's a bit difficult because I cannot manage all that number of students. But if it's something that is very important, I may answer you and tell you. For example, one of the students have sent me something, and then he was writing the I in small caps. So in this, I answered and I said, please never in your life write I, which is the first person pronoun. I go to school. Never write it in small caps. Whether it is in the middle of the sentence, at the beginning, at the end, I is always, always, always written in capital letter. So I have, because this annoys the teachers, and then the students loses a lot of work when he writes like this, because this is unacceptable to write I in small caps. So I answered him and I said, please always write the I in capital letters. Okay, if it is something that I see very important like this, I may answer you, but it's just small language problems. It's just good for you to practice. Okay?
Yes, teacher. Okay. Okay, teacher.
Okay, shall we call it a day? So I hope you good luck for the exam and see each other on Thursday, 6:30.